I want to pause, and we're going to do a little rewind. Just a little rewind, not far. And I'm going somewhere with this. Hang with me. Do you remember Donald Trump was president, right? He gets elected president in 2016. Everyone's happy. I take that back. Normal people were happy. Democrats were mad. And then they had this bogus Mueller investigation into Trump. We know now for a fact, we knew it then, but we know now for a fact it was all bogus. It was all crap. There was no Russian collusion. It was all a lie. His useless AG, well, the first of his two useless AGs, Jeff Sessions, stood aside because it was the right thing to do and allowed a special counsel to completely kneecap Donald Trump's presidency for 2 years. And during that, Mueller knew very early on there was no Russian collusion. He knew it a year before the midterm elections. You may have forgotten about that. I did not. He kept that quiet. That way, Democrats could win back the House in the midterms. But the midterm elections came, and Democrats took the House of Representatives. Remember that? Okay, so we're 2018 here. Trump's president. Democrats have a fairly narrow majority in the House of Representatives. Do you remember what they did with it? Do you remember how they conducted themselves when they had a narrow majority in the House of Representatives? Do you remember Donald Trump being impeached? Not once, but twice. A major deal. It only happened a couple times before in the history of the United States of America. Impeaching a president used to be a very big deal. And with a narrow majority, not only did Democrats in the House stop everything Republicans attempted to do, they impeached Donald Trump not once, but twice. Twice. They took that power, the power of having the House of Representatives, and they used their power. Why did they use their power? Because as many problems as I have with Democrats, with communists, they want to win. They intend to win. When they get power, they will use it. Remember this. This goes beyond the House of Representatives. Part of the reason you see rancid filth in all of your television shows now, part of the reason it's in your public library, part of the reason it's everywhere is because when the communist sits down to do whatever he does, whether it's the House of Representatives or writing that next Disney movie you're going to take your kid to for some reason, whatever he does, he sits down with a purpose. He is sitting down and he is purposeful with his religion. He is trying to spread his religion far and wide. He intends to win. He goes to work at the local public library. He's not worried about checking in books. He's got the local drag queen on the phone. Hey, can you come wave your penis in the face of the kids? We'll bring them in this Saturday. He sits down with a purpose. He's there to win. What is the GOP there for? You know, I actually want to give him all the credit in the world. I want to sing Republican Jason Smith of Missouri. I want to sing his praises. No, not because he's any good. He's a worthless, low-T pile of crap, but because better than I ever could, he perfectly sums up the Washington GOP.
I think that when you're looking for conservatism and common sense, let's make steps.
We need to get this guy some chalk. Anyway, I'll let him start again.
I think that when you're looking for conservatism and common sense, let's make steps in the right direction. Of course, I'd love to have the whole piece of cake, but we can't get the whole piece of cake. Joe Biden controls the White House.
Democrats control the Senate.
And Democrats control the Senate. This is about the best agreement you can get when you can control half of 1/3 of government.
Listen, guys, this is the best we can hope for. The best we can do, guys. We only control 1/2 of 1/3 of. Here's all the power we don't have. Here's all the reasons I can't do anything for you. It's honestly, it's what the GOP's entire platform is. What's the GOP platform? It's not taxes and spending and abortion and the border or anything. The GOP platform is, here's a list of the reasons I didn't do anything I promised you. That's what the GOP platform is. Here's all the reasons I can't. I'm sorry, I can't, I won't. Or they're out there telling you, hey, yeah, we're giving them what they want, but less than everything.
There is so much in this that's positive, and measure it to all the other debt ceilings. When Republicans had the presidency, the Senate, and the House, did they ever cut spending? No, they increased it. We were able to do this when the president said he wasn't even going to talk to us. This is really a step in the right direction. It puts us a trajectory that's different. We put a statutory cap on only spending 1% for the next 6 years. So we let government grow, but at a slower rate.
Guys, government's growing. But guess what? Slower. What? Right? This is why GOP voters get demoralized. And this is why I mock these politicians. And this is why I don't wave pom-poms for politicians either. Now you know. Everyone who gets frustrated with me, Jesse, I wish you'd just get on board Team Trump. Jesse, I wish you'd just get on board Team DeSantis. I love him. I've watched politician after politician after politician step up to the microphone and promise me I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to do this and I'm here for you and I'm fighting for you. Don't worry, vote for me. And then I watch all of them, every single one, screw me over the first chance they get, every single time. That's why I've said now, I'll say always, treat every one of these people like rental cars. Use them to get where you're going and then dump them and never think about them again. Why? Because this is what you get when Republicans are campaigning.
I know the night is late, but when we come back, our very first bill will repeal the funding for 87,000 new IRS.
Wow. They're going to repeal the funding for the new IRS agents. Oh, wait. That was yesterday. Today, they're funding 98% of the IRS expansion. Remember that 80,000, 87,000 new IRS agents whose entire purpose in life is not going after rich people. By the way, heads up, IRS doesn't spend much time going after rich people. We know this because rich people have better lawyers, and therefore it's more work for the IRS to squeeze rich people. The IRS is there as the enforcement thuggish arm of the Democrats. And so 80-some thousand new IRS agents are there to go after small businesses in the middle class who are viewed as being the enemy of the Democrats. And the GOP, after telling you they're going to get rid of that, we're going to stop it, guys. All that money going to them. So back to what we were talking about before. This is why people get frustrated. This is why people get demoralized. This is why I roll my eyes every single time a politician or a guy on the radio or a guy on the TV tells me, oh, we just have to get through this election. Just let us get through this election. Oh, we'll just get through the election. Oh, here, we're going to do this for you. We're going to repeal this. We're going to pass this. We're going to stop this. They never do it. They never do it. You know what they do? They come up with a new list of excuses every time why they couldn't do what they promised you they were going to do. Once again, shout out to Representative Jason Smith of Missouri. This is just, bottle this up and put it on a poster. This is the GOP.
I think that when you're looking for conservatism and common sense, let's make steps in the right direction. Of course, I'd love to have the whole piece of cake, but we can't get the whole piece of cake. Joe Biden controls the White House.
Democrats control the Senate.
And Democrats control the Senate. This is about the best agreement you can get when you can control half of 1/3 of government.
It's only half of 1/3 of government, guys. Sorry. Here's a list of the reasons I can't help you. Pathetic. The low T GOP.
For too long, we've been led to believe that communism is a thing of the past. But the truth is, communism is alive. It's here, and it's infiltrating every aspect of American life. Introducing the Anti-Communist Manifesto by Jesse Kelly, the practical guide for patriots ready to defend our nation from its most dangerous enemy. Discover the shocking extent of communist infiltration in our education system, their alliance with American corporations, and the twisted truth behind environmentalism. This eye-opening book exposes the true face of communism and empowers you to fight back. Join the fight for freedom. Pre-order your copy of the Anti-Communist Manifesto today by going to jessekellybook.com.